आए भी अकेला. Into this world we have come alone. और जाए भी अकेला. And in a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा. आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला.
शंकरा तेरे जाप के बिना चले ये सांस किस तरह. मेरा कर्म तू ही जाने क्या बुरा है क्या भला. तेरे रास्ते पे मैं तो आंख मूंद के चला. तेरे नाम की जोत ने सारा लिया तमस मेरा. नमो नमो शंकरा भोलेनाथ शंकरा जय दिया हो जिस तरह मेरे मन में शंकर तू बसा है उस तरह मुझे भरम था जो है मेरा था कभी नहीं मेरा अर्थ क्या निरर्थ क्या जो भी है सभी तेरा तेरे सामने है झुका मेरे सर पे हाथ रख तेरा नमो नमो शंकर भोलेनाथ शंकर त्रिलोकनाथ शंभु हे शिवाय शंकर नमो नमो शंकर भोलेनाथ शंकर शुभदेव हे महेश्वरा चंद्रमा ललाट पे भस्म है भुजाओं में वस्त्र बाघ छाल का मैं खड़ा हूँ पाँव में प्यास क्या हो तुझे गंगा है तेरी जटाओं में दूसरों के वास्ते तू सदैव ही जिया मांगा कुछ कभी नहीं तूने सिर्फ है दिया समुद्र मंथन का था समय जो आ पड़ा द्वंद्व दोनों लोक में विषामृत पे था छिड़ा अमृत सभी मैं बांट के प्याला विष का तूने खुद पिया नमो नमो शंकर भोलेनाथ शंकर त्रिलोकनाथ शंभु हे शिवाय शंकर नमो नमो शंकर भोलेनाथ शंकर शुभदेव हे महेश्वरा नमो नमो शंकर भोलेनाथ शंकर त्रिलोकनाथ शंभु हे शिवाय शंकर नमो नमो शंकर भोलेनाथ शंकर
माँ की कृपा से सजे वहाँ सदा कल्याण का वास हो, धन संतुलन और शांति वहाँ आए, हर सुबह तुम्हारा ही प्रकाश लाए। ओम महालक्ष्मी नमो तुम्हारे नाम से मंगल आए, दुख दर्द सब दूर हो जाए, छोटे बड़े सब तुम्हें ध्याए, मन मंदिर में दीप जलाए। ओम महालक्ष्मी नमो जय 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 महालक्ष्मी माता, शुभ वरदायिनी माँ। जय 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 महालक्ष्मी माता, शुभ वरदायिनी माँ। शुभ वरदायिनी माँ, शुभ वरदायिनी माँ। श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे। सांसों की माला पे, सांसों की माला पे सिमरू मैं राधे श्याम। सांसों की माला पे सिमरू मैं राधे श्याम। अब तो दुनियादारी से है मेरा क्या
एक बार और श्री गोविंद भगवान की जय शरणम. Sisters and brothers, beloved devotees, of course, officially, Shubh Swagatam, very warm welcome to everybody, even though under these situations, these circumstances, it is indeed a very difficult one. But I know I speak on behalf of the family, the Beepath family, that they are very, very humbled and so much more comforted in varying regards for your presence here. So because of that, on behalf of them, I extend a very warm and cordial welcome to you. When we face adversities, and adversities can come to us in many varying ways. Today, this morning, it is in the form of death. Sanatan Dharma has referred to this death and the ceremony associated with it, which is what we are going to perform now, as Anteshti Samskar. And I want you to take note of the word Samskar. Having said that, I want to invite all of you to please stand. We bend our heads in reverence, in humility, in peace, as we join collectively in making that petition to Bhagavan Sri Krishna on behalf of our beloved brother, very noble soul, Sri Veedash Beepath. Hari Om, Hari Om. शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये कस्तूरतिलकं ललाटपतले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभं नासाग्रे वदमोदिकरतले वेणुर्कणिकङ्कणं सर्वाङ्गे हरिचन्दनं सुलीलं कण्ठे च मुक्तावली गोपाश्रीवडे वेशितो विजयते गोपालचूडामणि 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 ॐ कणाडविन्देन पणाडविन्दं मुखाडविन्दे विनिवेशयन्तं पटस्य पटस्य पितेशयानां बालमुकुन्द मनसः स्मरामि. Together everyone. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. एक बार बोल श्री गोविंद भगवान की जय. शरणम. Kindly take your seats everyone. Fellas, offer the flowers at the feet. Sana, stand at the feet. Touch hands. So this morning we join in the Sankalp. Once more, I invite you to put your hands together. Think of Bhagwan as we pray. Fellas, keep in mind your name, your Rashi name. Om Sri Vishnu Vishnu Adhya Sri Brahmano He Dvidiye Paradhe Sri Shveta Varah Kalpe Vaivashvan Mantare Ashtavimshitite Kaliyuge Kali Pratam Charno Bhurlok Trinidad Deshe Sri Mukha Grame Punya Kshetre Sri Vaidavana Srivartamanam Yathanamam Sambatsareya Sri Dvitiya Tithava Vaishak Nakshatra Ayushman Yoga Kaulav Karan Sri Guruva Kartik Mase Shukla Pakshe Vikram Sambatse Tula Rashi Sri Rashi Sitete Suryaya Amuka Rashi Siteya Shashankachaya Sheshuya Graheshuya Yata Yathaya Rashi Sthanam Stiteshuya Amuka Gotrasya Amuka Nama Amuka Pretasya Sri Veedash Beepath Anteshti Karma Aham Karishe. एक बार बोल श्री गोविंद भगवान की जय. शरणम. Offer it at the feet. Give them some flowers. We think of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, we think of Sri Vishnu as we pray. Om Yam Brahma Varunindra Rudra Marutah Stumbhanti Divyaistavai Vedai Sangpatakramo Upanishtai Gayantyam Samagaha Dhyanavastite Tarakate Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Naviru Sura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Sadrisham Meghabhadanam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalaнайнам Yogivirdhyanagamyam Bande Vishnu Bhavabhayharam Sarvalokekanatam Sarvalokekanatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Govinda Bhagavan ki Jai. Sharanam. Off at the feet. Water. You'll walk around sprinkling water 3 times in a clockwise directions. Om Madhya, touch hands and follow. Om Madhya Mukhagotrasya Mukhapretasya Videsh Beepath Mritistane Shavam Nimitam Snanam Maya Diyate Tavopadishyatam Snanam Maya Diyate Tavopadishyatam. Shri Govindaya Krishnaya Gopalaya Namo Namaha. Shri Mukhagotrasya Mukhapretasya Shri Videsh Beepath Mritistane Shavannimitam Snanam Maya Diyate Tavopadishyatam Snanam Maya Diyate Tavopadishyatam. Govindaya Namo Namaha. Narayanaya Namo Namaha. Offer Chandan now. You're using, Sana, this finger. Right? All will put Chandan. So you're using this finger. Okay? You'll pull it down just a little bit. Not much. Om Madhya Mukhagotrasya Mukhapretasya Shri Veedash Beepath Mritistane Shavannimitam Gandham Maya Diyate Tavopadishyatam Gandham Maya Diyate Tavopadishyatam. Let the other boys offer. Sri Narayanaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavati Ambadatam Sri Ashta Dashadhyayinim Amba Tvam Manusandadami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. Om Sri Vishnave Namaha. Om Sri Vishnave Namaha. Narayanaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Spread incense. Spread. Om Madhya Mukhagotrasya Mukhapretasya Shri Videsh Beepath Mritistane Shavannimitam Gandham Maya Diyate Tavopadishyatam Gandham Maya Diyate Tavopadishyatam. Hari Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hari Sundarananda Mukunda Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Sundarananda Mukunda Hari Narayana Hari Om. Sisters and brothers, before these boys garland the sharir, the word sharir means body. Of course, we cannot yet identify with the soul, but we identify with the embodied soul, with the physical features of the sharir that it has been housed in. And that sharir would have been attributed a name to the liking of Veedash Beepath. And through that sharir, many connections would have been made. And he would have connected to the hearts of all those who are here and even more. By us offering these malas, we are saying and performing this puja and chandan and whatnot, we recognize the divinity that existed within the sharir, the body, that we name the Veedash Beepath. that house the divine soul, which is indeed a spark, a divine spark from Bhagavan. And through this embodied soul, our brother Veedash would have forged many, many, many beautiful relationships and friendships. Lifelong connections, and connections that will last even after he is gone today. It is indeed a sad day. We are all sad. But it is also a day where within the recesses of the heart and mind, we too bear some semblance to contentment and happiness. For one, the time that would have been shared with him, and two, this death that some refer to as a darkness, today it has come as a light to free our brother from pain and sickness. And for that, I'm not certain about you, but for that, I am indeed very, very humbled and happy that he has to endure no more. On a lighter note, all those who know would have known our brother Veedash ji. His entire body may be ailing, but his mouth was always well and good. Very, very witty guy. Very witty guy. I, to myself, would have received some of the partakings of Veedash because we had a guitar part here when he was better health, but still ailing. And you know, pundits have a tendency to not be too much on time. And I was not late by too much, but late nonetheless. So it was a bout of laughter and comic relief before we started the puja. Even in his pain, even in his ailment, he took the time to laugh and to make others laugh as well. And that is the nature of the individual that we are dealing with. And that is why today, as we seated here, we have so many teary eyes. Because there's a beautiful bhajan that says, you know, when you are born, you cry and the world smile, they laugh. But live your life in such a way that when you die, you will smile and the world will cry because of what it would have had lost. So we offer this mala. That physical bond is broken today, friends, but that spiritual bond, that atmic bond remains in our hearts. He will always be remembered as a very, very true friend, father, brother, son, uncle, husband, so many, many titles. And for this, we are eternally grateful. That just if it were just for a moment that we had the opportunity to interact with him, we would have cherished that interaction ever so much. Offer, garland him, son. Om Madhyamukagotrasya Amukapretasya Videsha Beepath Mritistane Shavannimitam Pushpamala Mayadiyate Tavopatishtatam Tut gaye hai mala mote bigare chale. Tut, the word tut means broken. That today the mala is broken, but in no way our love is broken. In no way our memory is broken. Adhyamukagotrasya mukapritasya Sri Veedash Beepath Mritistane Shavannimitam Pushpamala Mayadiyate Tavopatishtatam Pushpamala Mayadiyate Tavopatishtatam. We perform Arti. And you'll walk around 5 times, Sana. All of you, follow. Om Yam Dware Mahaghori Andena Tavisavrite Tatra Valokanardaya Deepo Yam Upatishtatam Dhyamukagotrasya Mukapritasya Mritishyane Shabam Sri Veedash Beepath Mritistane Shaba Nimitam Deepam Mayadiyate Tavo Patishtatam Deepam Mayadiyate Tavo Patishtatam Deepam Mayadiyate Tavo Patishtatam Itna tu karna Swami Jab pran tan se nikale Govind naam lekar jab pran tan se nikale. The bhajan is saying, grant me, Lord, that blessing that wherever and whenever that time comes, and my life will have to leave this body that you have granted me, grant me the ability to chant your divine name. Sri Ganga ji katat ho, Vajamuna ji katat ho. Sri Ganga ji katat ho, Vajamuna ji katat ho. Mera savala nikat ho, jab pran tan se nikale. Itna tu karna Swami, jab pran tan se nikale. Govind naam lekar jab pran tan se nikale. Give him the pinda in his hands. We make the first offering of the pinda. Hari Om. Adya Mukhagotrasya Mukhapretasya Sri Veedash Beepath Mritistane Shavam Nimitam Eshate Pindu Mayadiyate Tavo Patishtatam Pindu Mayadiyate Tavo Patishtatam. Come. Offer it in this right hand here, right there. Offer the water from the donor and cover it. Om Madhya Mukhagotrasya Mukhapratasya Mritistane Shavanimitam Snanam Mayadiyate Tavo Patishtatam. Bow. Very good. You fellas can have your seat at this point in time, and then we will proceed with various aspects of the ceremony. Yes. So this morning, when we initiated our ceremony, I would have indicated to you 2 words: Anteshti and Samskar. The word Anteshti, of course, final rites. The word Samskar has a very, very beautiful meaning. And at every interval, every point in our life, every interjection becomes a samskar. What is samskar? Samskar, sisters and brothers, it is the seed of sacredness planted in the depths of man's consciousness. That is what it is. And to give you a very simple layman working definition of such, it sounds very nice, but it really means that which takes us one step closer to Bhagavan. That which takes us one step closer to God. And that is what samskar is. And I want you to remember that when death comes, we look at it as a darkness. Yes? We look at it where it brings to us pain and grief, because we will dearly miss the person who has gone. We will have no physical interaction, but rather only memories. But we will have a treasure chest of memories, friends, that we can use at any point in time. So we have seating to my left. As you enter, there's a pathway on your right. You can just follow it, and there's air-conditioned seating on this side. Everybody here, you don't need to get up, right? You have the same thing over there. Because, you know, sometimes the weather, you would want to get yourself closest to the AC or the fan or whatever it may be. So we welcome those who would have taken time and from the workplace of our brother to join in bidding farewell for the final time to this most adorable and great soul. He may be looking very small and simple here, but the interactions with him would have been very great. So there are a couple of speakers this morning, and not much, by the way, but I would like to call on Dr. Dilip Dan firstly, and then we will ask the senior. So this is not a word, but I'm just telling you it in Veedash style, the seniorest member of the family in terms of cousins, and that will be Srimati Rekha Haji, right? So she will also bring greetings, and then of course we will have the reading of the eulogy done by Navin. And I will share a bit of my interaction with Veedash for the wedding of Navin, you know, and it was really a sight to behold, you know. So I would like to call on Dr. G, Dr. Dilip Jan, who is also a cousin and a relative.
Sitaram, everyone. I am not one to speak at funerals, so excuse me if things get a little out of hand. I am cousin to Veedash, and I've known him all his life. We grew up together. In fact, he's been a big part of our lives and all the cousins' lives, because he found himself in everybody's business and in everybody's activities. But especially so, Veedash has been like a brother to me and my wife. Sometimes I dare say, and my brother is here, my biological brother, even more so a brother. He's the beck and call for everything. My wife here, she calls him, you need to fix it, Mom, you need to check this, you need to come, we have prayers, we have this, you have to come, everything. Veedash is the man. And never, ever refused. This is a man who would gladly come, he would be happy, jovial, despite all his little challenges. But then I had the unfortunate role of also having to deal with him as a patient. And to separate the two was tough. I mean, I knew what he had. I had to do what I had to do. I knew the outcome wasn't going to be good. But I had to try to give him hope, knowing what the outcome is going to be. And as Pandit says, even in his times of suffering, and he suffered a lot, he smiled, he spoke to people happily, he was witty, he gave jokes, he couldn't eat, but he still spoke. And in the end, I think, as Pandit rightly says, he is heading to a much better place. He served so many people here, the village, the the family, everyone, the agricultural societies produce so much food for people. He has done his part, and we want to wish him well on his journey. Jai Sitaram.
Thank you very much, Dr. G, and of course his Dulahin. And it is always very difficult to speak at ceremonies of this nature, especially when you share that very, very close connection. I want to recognize the Pandit, the Purohit, Guru of this home, Pandit Raj, not me. We have two Pandit Rajas here, Raj squared. So Pandit Rajesh, I think I saw him somewhere. Where is he? Oh yes, look, he is right there. So I will ask Panditji to speak after Rekha, so that he will give his blessings. And I'm so sorry, you know, I'm one of those individuals that see better without the glasses. So if you see I take it out like this, it really means that I'm far-sighted, right? So I could see good from far things, but close by I can't see anything. So I had the glasses on, and I'm seeing the gentleman in my eyes was looking as though he has on a pilot suit, right? And I'm thinking that Panditji is a pilot, you know, maybe for some international airlines that they probably use in blue instead of white, because I had on my glasses. But now that I took it off, Panditji, I'm very happy to see you. Yes. So Panditji will give his blessings after, because he is the Pandit of the home and the Guru. So at this juncture, I'd like to call on Srimati Rekha Ji, and she will bring her greetings and a few things that she'll have to say.
Sitaram, everybody. I really didn't want to do this, but as Dilip said, and as my brother Veedash would say, I am the seniorest member of the cousins. To tell you how senior I am, Veedash was born the same year I got married. I got married April 15, 1973, and he was born July 1973. When I had to tell my place of work that I will not be in for a week because a close family member had passed, they asked who? I said my brother, because Veedash was, is, and always will be my brother. We grew up very close. Everybody in the family knows I was very close to his father. My children grew up with him. As a matter of fact, Shane saw him on Sunday. Shane is my youngest son. Very, very close. One thing I agree with Panditji and Dilip is that even when he was ill and in a lot of pain, when we came to see him, Chancho would know, he always had a joke, made a joke out of everything. Veedash, Panditji has spoken about him. He's a loyal husband, a great father, and I'll tell you why. A great father, because in these times, he has brought up two children with respect. Those children have respect for all members of the family. They're hardworking, they have respect, and they enjoy life. Veedash was someone who always enjoyed life. He always had time for everybody. We spent a lot of good times together, and I know that all the cousins and all the friends and relatives will remember him for the good times. We were 28 cousins. I sit down there, it took me half an hour to finish counting the cousins because my mind wasn't there. We are now 26 cousins. One other cousin passed before him. But for his 52 years, Veedash has lived a good life. A life where one can say he's a role model as a brother, as a son, as a cousin, as a father, brother-in-law, whatever relationship, he's a role model. You know, we come up here and we say good things about people and we don't say the bad things. But the truth of the matter is, I cannot think of anything that is even slightly negative about my brother Veedash. So, he suffered a lot. I'm not sure, you know, we say he's in a better place, but I don't know. But what I do know is that this is an end to his suffering, And for that, I am sure all the family members and myself, my children, my husband will be grateful for. We would have loved to have him for much longer, but God decided that this is the time we have to have with him. And we will always be grateful for that. Veedash, goodbye, but you will be in our hearts forever.
Govinda Bhagavan ki jai. Thank you very much, Rika ji. And you know, when Diwali day, when all darkness is removed, he got the greatest gift, the removal of sickness. So that light of betterment shone in his side. And most pundits would have been occupied. But when I got 3 consecutive calls from Danny, I think Danny is somewhere around, you know, I just surmised a bit that, you know, things may not have been well. But this is something not even individuals who walk the path of dharma, meaning members of the clergy, pundits and priests and imams and whatnot will get. Because when I returned the call, in his last moments, he got water from the tulsi leaf upon his lips. And Pandit Raj will know chapters 15 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita chanted fully. That in itself, you will live your entire life, and that in your last moments as a Sanatanist Hindu, and cannot even receive water from your loved one and be surrounded by them. So there are 2 things I will share with you, but before I do that, I want to invite Pandit Rajesh Maharaj Ji, to give his blessings, and of course, you know, as he sees fit.
Sitaram everyone, let us all just clasp our hands, close our eyes in prayer. Praying to Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Sri Hare Krishna, for the blessing of Veedash, that he can attain the laps of Bhagavan Krishna, ever comforting and ever eternal. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Om Sarasankachakram Sarkarite Kundala Sapitra Vasram Sasisroikasanam Sahar Vakshashtalam Kaustub Sriyanam Namami Vishnu Sirsa Chaturbhujam Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. हे श्री कृष्ण, मैं आपका बारंबार स्वीकार करूं, इसलिए पुत्र शरीर महागौर में बैठ कर रहा है। हे भगवान, इसलिए मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री महा जीवात्मा की रक्षा करो और श्री महा अंतिम स्नान में मोक्ष प्रदा है। O Bhagwan Sri Krishna, grant moksha liberation to the soul of your child. Let him easily now come and climb upon the laps of upon your laps and remain there under your protection and guidance. Prem se bole Sri Krishna Chandra Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you very much, Pandit Ji. Govinda Bhagavan ki jai. Sisters and brothers, at the wedding ceremony of Navin, we asked who was signing the register, Baba. And we just say, who you feel should sign it? So I said, boy, I don't know who will sign it. He said to me, I want fella to sign that. I said, well, who? He said, well, you go in and get him. Lo and behold, he was the witness for Navin. That's all. And for that entire, he was healing even then. But when you looked at him, and I remember mentioning to him that, I thought you're not feeling good, boy. He said, I will thought. So this was the type of gentleman that we were dealing with. And you can hear from every individual, every speaker, the interaction was always a jovial one. And sometimes we tend to gauge individuals by their physical acumen, meaning the things that they have in the bank account, house, vehicle, physical, tangible stuff. But the real worth of an individual, when you look around today, you can see it is not the things that you would have gathered, but it is rather the things that you would have given. And there's a beautiful saying, you earn a living by what you get. You earn a life by what you give. And Veedash would have given a lot to so many people in his little stint here. So at this juncture, I want to call on Navin, who will bring to you the eulogy. While he's doing this, 2 o'clock this morning, Navin sent me a picture and a video and a dissertation on what he saw. And take it as you like it. But at 2 o'clock in the morning, a cow mata, was walking down this road here. Up. But remember, I wasn't here, you know. The two sides of the road looking the same. Yeah. So, okay, stand correctly. Walking up the road then, right? Same time when they were packing up and looked in here. And you know, sometimes you can't help but think that God, Bhagavan, is really listening to your prayers. Where do you hear things like that happening? Well, you could tell them now when they're done. I only give you now a little piece. Yes? So we'll give Navin the opportunity and he will describe what it is. I am just giving you snippets, right? Because that's what I got. But he has the live from the horse's mouth, so to speak, right? So we'll give the mic now to Navin.
Sit down, everybody. What Baba was explaining shortly there was something mind-blowing, shocking, and very eye-opening for all of us that last night. The cow passed on the road here, walked up, Daddy then was leaving at the same time, and they drove and followed him till the junction right there. And then Chris, my brother-in-law, instigated me to go and follow the cow to see where it went. And we followed the cow. We actually drove and we didn't see it. We continued driving. And when we reached the junction where the road to the garden is, the cow was walking into the garden. So that kind of explains itself there. Even though we all knew it was inevitable, we all hoped that this day wouldn't have come. But here we are today. As we gather here today, we celebrate the life of the none other Mr. Veedash Beepath, or as I like to call him, and many others, Veed. He held many titles: a father, a brother, an uncle, a son, a farmer, a chef, a leader, a wicket keeper, a friend to many, and for me, a hero. Vid's life was all about love. Love for his family, love for his friends, love for cricket, and love for all the simple things that made him who he was. Whether it was the love for his job as a farmer, or the love he had for cooking and making delicious food. And we can't forget the love he had for making jokes and making all of us laugh. He was truly an amazing person. Born on the 31st of July 1973, Veed grew up in our village right here in Mount Stewart. Here, he would have quickly become friends with some of the other youths. And soon enough, those youths began playing cricket together. They all played for the same club, Green Arrow Sports, which is right across the road, not too far away. It was a group of boys from the same village who grew up together, limed together, played hard cricket together. With two A-class left-handed spinners and two of the fastest left-handed pacers, they dominated the B-team cricket. But there was one missing piece to the perfect 11, and that was a wicket-keeper. This is when we took it upon himself to carry that mantle. After that, the rest was history. No one could have gotten that glove. He became the best around the area, and this wasn't just because of his agility or talent, but because of his love for the sport and the love for his team. When batsmen started getting comfortable in the wicket, Veed would signal the bowler and tell him, "I'm coming up to the stump." He had a bowling ball right by his foot. Most of the time that was that. Even though this was a very dangerous thing, the man was quick as lightning. In a blink of an eye, the ball would hit his glove, and then the same motion, you would see a bail falling off the wicket. He was good. Not to mention, when Daddy was bowling, it was as though they rehearsed the overs before coming out to play. Aside from cricket, Veed had a lot of other recreational activities that he enjoyed doing, some of which were building 1,000-piece puzzles, building massive kites during the Easter holiday and flying it right in the cricket ground, rearing koi fish, which he had a true passion for, had some of the biggest fishes, most beautiful fishes. And he was the kind of person who loved a challenge. Anything difficult, Veed was the man to call. Water pump giving trouble, call Veed now. He don't know what to do. Car making a weird noise, call Veed now. He'll tell you what's going on. You bust the tire down reform in the middle of the night, call Veed now. Because if you call Daddy, you'll get in real trouble. And yes, he was my rescue from getting both. Aside from being Mr. Fix-It, Veed was also a great pool player. He was so good that when he walked into a bar, whoever playing on the board, they would just hand him the cue. People would be playing and they just give up the cue, give up the game, and he would start to play. He wasn't just a good player, he was one of the best on the main road. Jumping a few years ahead, Veed began driving weddings for some of his relatives and friends. This became a side hustle and an opportunity to bust a line. Little did he know that this was his one-way ticket to meeting his loving wife, Auntie Chan. He was asked to drive a wedding for Auntie Chan's brother by Uncle Dheeraj. And this was where his love story began. Uncle Dheeraj saw the lust in his eyes when he was introduced to Auntie Chan, and he didn't hold back in making that match. Veed and Auntie Chan got married on the 18th of July, This didn't sit well with me because at this time, Vid and I was riding partners. I was the conductor in the mud bucket, the puzzle piece hander, the fish feeder, the celery stringer. So he was like a big brother. But this didn't last for too long because all Auntie Chan had to do was make a cup of Milo and she was my best friend. Together, Vid and Auntie Chan became my second parents. They took care of me, carried me for rides to Whiteland and Barco, and whole ride long, they blasted music in the Beepath. Not long after, Vid and Auntie Chan had their first baby, Avi, and then 1 year after came Avita. Even though Avi was the most hardened child in the world, Vid loved him and loved his children, ensuring anything that they needed or wanted, he could have provided. Vid worked hard to ensure he could provide for his family, and his hard work was in sweat. Vid, together with my grandfather, started increasing the number of acres that they were planting, and this was to ensure that they would have enough to provide for the entire family. When crops came, they came in abundance, and this meant all hands on deck. Not long after, Auntie Chan also joined him in the garden, and there would be odd instances where me, Nick, and Dad would go and give him a pull-out. What stood out from Vid was his grit and determination. There were times where he would have planted crops, and in a couple of weeks, all would be dead. But this didn't stop him. He would go back and plant another crop and push again to make sure he had something to sell in the market at all times. Some of the crops that he planted were celery, bodi, pimento, hot pepper, sweet pepper, but his main crop and his favorite crop was tomatoes. He loved planting tomatoes, and he had just the right program for it to bear in abundance. While working hard, he still kept his jokes at arm's reach. Sometimes me and Nick would be helping him, planting tomatoes, and out of nowhere, a mud ball would just fly towards and hit you in the head. That was Vid's way of telling you, just take a little 5 and have a laugh. Vid was great at what he did, all because he did it with love and passion. He was strong, confident in what he did, and he never gave up. He was our in-house agronomist, small engine specialist, and our fluid mechanics engineer. And the only man I have ever seen to drive a Hilux with 3 times its load out of a mud pit deep to its tires. He always said, my brother walking in the oil and I walking in the soil. Never short of comedy session with him. In all, Veedash was a gem, a true idol, a mentor, a great father, husband, uncle, cousin, brother, brother-in-law, friend. He was everything. He taught us how to swim, to plant, to drive, to be men. He taught us skills that you don't get on YouTube. I honestly wish we had more time with him, as I feel as though we were robbed of some time with him. But maybe he has better plans for him. Maybe he's needed as needs to fix it somewhere else. To Veedash, I hope that you have found peace. I hope that you have no more pain and suffering. And I hope that wherever you may go, the crops grew easily and abundant, and the koi swim in all the ponds in various colors. I hope there's a well-outfitted kitchen so you can cook your favorite meals. I hope you have an abundance in hats in all different colors, shades, sizes. I hope you find a home that will cherish your presence in the way we did. In all, I feel as though our family has lost a part of its glue. And I know you told me that we needed to carry on the jolly vibe that you always did. But the void that you left behind is one that may not be filled that easily. I just like to say, I really appreciate you, and I will miss you.
Govinda Bhagavan ki jai. Thank you very much, Navin, for that eulogy that really captured, a lot about our brother Veedash Beepath. We'll just do a verse from the Gita, and then we would want to allow the viewing of the body by those who are here. But after the verse from the Gita, we'll ask the wife and daughter. They will come and do arti and offer mala, and then we'll allow other members of the family to offer mala, and then those who are here, if you wish, you can offer a flower. Yes, and that is how we will be going with this ceremony. So bend your heads in prayer as we think of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Om Namo Paramatmane Namaha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Dehino asmin yata dehe Kaumadam yauvanam jara Tatha dehantar praptir Dheras tatra namuhyate Dheras tatra namuhyate. Ek baar bol Shri Govinda Bhagavan ki Jai Sharanam. Bhagavan Shri Krishna, on that battlefield of Kurukshetra, speaks to Arjun and by extension all of us. That verse is taken from chapters 2 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. There are prior verses to that, where Arjun himself would have become dejected, the Gandhiva bow fallen from his hands. He would have given up because of the task that lays before him. And so many times we are faced with instances of this nature. Veedash ji would have had to fight the battle of life, a battle that we all have fought, will fight and continue to fight. And on that battlefield, in one regard it is Kurukshetra, and in this regard it is called life. And there are decisions, hard ones, that sometimes have to be made. And when we are faced with illness and ailment, and we are faced with death now, one would say, Veedash, and you hear it very often, he would have lost the battle with his ailment. He would have lost that battle. But in no uncertain terms, sisters and brothers, ladies and gentlemen, no uncertain term, I want to let you know that he may have lost the battle with his ailment, but he certainly won the battle of life. Today, when we look around, and every individual here, and even those who are not here, speak in raving terms about our brother, he would have won the hearts of many. And I just want to say to each and every one of you, sometimes we take a lot of things for granted. But let us tell the people that we love and that love us that we love them. Because we do not know when we will get the opportunity again. They would have flooded his life with love just to reciprocate the type of love that he emanated. And that every individual here are seated with contented hearts, for you have no regrets. You would have done all that you can do. The verse says, Dehino asmin yata dehe kaumanam yavvanam jara tatha dehandara prapti dhiras tatra namuhyati. That all things, boyhood, teenage years, adulthood, the varying experiences attributed to the soul as we pass through the stages, I want to say to you that for teenage years to begin, the boyhood and childhood years must end. And for adulthood to begin, teenage years must end. When we have the beginning of one stage, it is also the end of the previous. Asu chanan vasu chastvam pragya bhadham shabasya se gatasu agatasum shananu sochanti panditaha. The wise laments neither for the living nor the dead. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna qualifies this by stating, death here, sisters and brothers, becomes the end of one stage and the beginning of another. Death is not a hindrance, but rather it is a release. And today all present will agree that the shackles, the jijamela of ailments and rogue diseases that would have enslaved and captured the shareed, this body here of Sri Veedash Beepath, has been released through the blessings of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and now he is indeed free. Govinda Bhagavan ki jai. At this juncture, I'll call on the wife and his daughter, and they will come, they will garland him and do arti and so, and then all other family members can come, as well as after the family members of the public and friends and well-wishers. While this is being done, we'll have a few bhajans, mala and arti, just for the wife and daughter, and then everyone else will put malas or flowers as it may be. Bandhu charana kamala raghunandano, bandhu charana kamala raghunan, kamala raghunandan, kamala raghunandan, kamala raghunandan, kamala raghunandana, bandho charana kamala raghunandana, bandho charana kamala raghunandan. जिनके कृपा सकल सुख संपत्ति, जिनके कृपा सकल सुख संपत्ति, पावत जन भक्तन और चंदन, पावत जन भक्तन और चंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन, बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन. All other family members, sisters and brothers and so who they would want to do. The mommy is here, she can go as well. Avadhapuri Prabhu Nitya Virajata, Avadhapuri Prabhu Nitya Virajata, Janaka Sutta Yuta Dushta Nikandana, Janaka Sutta Yuta Dushta Nikandana, Bandhu Charana Kamala Raghunandana, Bandhu Charana Kamala Raghunandana. कमल रघुनंदन दीनता पौरु जन्म मरण भय दीनता पौरु जन्म मरण भय दूर करत छिन में जनरंजन दूर करत छिन में जनरंजन बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन कमल रघुनंदन कमल रघुनंदन कमल रघुनंदन कमल रघुनंदन बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन मिश्र नमत चरणन में भगवन मिश्र नमत चरणन में भगवन कृपा करे सेवक भय भंजन कृपा करिए सेवक भय भंजन बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन कमल रघुनंदन कमल रघुनंदन कमल रघुनंदन कमल रघुनंदन बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन ओ बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन बंदो चरण कमल रघुनंदन. We want to invite other friends and well-wishers and extended members of the family who would like to come and offer flower. Please follow the line and we'll do so very orderly. ज्योति जन्म गवाया साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया ज्योति जन्म गवाया साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया एक पिता के हम सब लड़के धरती हमारे माता एक पिता के हम सब लड़के धरती हमारे माता कुटुंब कबीला सांगन साथी काल तनक बजाया साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया दो दिन का पहुना जगत में माया में भड़माया दो दिन का पहुना जगत के माया में भरमाया धन दौलत कुछ काम न आवे झूठी जाए यह काया साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया. If you all have finished viewing the body, you could just, instead of here, you could exit this way, right here, instead of waiting. सत्संग का गंगा बही है, कोमल जिसके धारा. सत्संग का गंगा बही है, कोमल जिसके धारा. करे आसन विमल कर काया, पापिन पार कराया. साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया. साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया. ज्योति जन्म गवाया. साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया. साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया. ज्योति जन्म गवाया. साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया. साधु ज्योति जन्म गवाया. जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो. और कोई न केवत वाला हो, फिर तो ही बेड़ा पार करो. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे. पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा. पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा. जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे. जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. We'd like to ask the boys to return to the area here. We'll give them flowers. Sisters and brothers, may we all stand at this juncture. We put our hands together. Give them flowers in their hands. Today we really bid farewell to a son of the soil, an individual who had so much love to give and who received so much love as well in return. Simple man, but his contributions were indeed magnanimous and touched the lives of so many individuals. We bend our heads in prayer as we think of the Lord. Sri Ramachandra Kripanu Bhajaman Harana Bhava Bhayadarunam Navakanjalochana Kanjamukhukar Kanjapada Kanjarunam. Lord, we hand over this noble soul to you. May you embrace him in your bosom. He would have brought so much love to us. May the love that he gave to us, and may the love and blessings that you extend to him help him along his journey. And help us, Lord, to overcome this pain that we experience in our heart. Kandarapa aganita amita chabhi Navanila Niraja Sundaram Patapeta Mano Tarita Ruchi Suchi Naumi Janaka Sutavaram Bhajudina Bandhu Dinesha Danava Daitya Vanchani Kandanam Raghunanda Ananda Kanda Kushal Chandra Dasharata Nandanam Seda Mukutta Kundala Tilaka Charu Udara Anga Vibhushanam Ajanu Bhuja Shara Chapadhara Sangrama Jita Khardushanam Iti Badati Tulasi Das Shankar Shesha Muni Manaranjanam Mama Hridaya Kanjani Vasakuru Kamadhikhala Dalaganjanam Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Everyone together. Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Once more. Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Siyavar Ramachandra ki Jai Ho. Offer the flowers, and we may need some assistance in raising the body. Please remain standing, friends. Hari Om Manadini Dano Deva Shankar Chakra Gadadara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava. Hari Om Krishna Krishna Kripalutam Gati Nam Gatir Bhava Samsaranava Magananam Prasida Purushottamaha. Hari Om Om Tat Sat Preta Atma Shantir Bhavatu. Om Tat Sat Preta Atma Shanti Bhavatu. Om Tat Sat Preta Atma Shanti Bhavatu. Ek baar bol Govinda Bhagavan ki Jai. So I understand that there is a police escort, but the police, they are on their way, so I'll ask you to please sit and we will wait until they arrive and then we will move forward. We'll ask the DJ to play some soft bhajans while we await their arrival. Govinda Bhagavan ki jai.
Principal Sri Govinda Bhagavan ki Jai. Friends, may we all stand as we are about to remove the body, there are a few things that we need to do.
Yes, you can need some assistance. Yes, you always put your feet forward. You put your hands together. I'll tell you when to lift. पश्यसि वरुणं च देवं पश्यसि वरुणं च देवं. We lift, facing the colors. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ram Naam Satya hai. Ram Naam Satya hai. Ram Naam Satya hai. We want to do a little ceremony here. You do it right under this same mic that you will sing, right? But you just have to open out a little bit first, please. Yes? Come. Ram Naam Satya hai. Ram Naam Satya hai. Ram Naam Satya hai. Ram Naam Satya hai. Could you spread the cloth? We have the cloth here. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Govinda Hare Hare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Murari He Nath Nath. Sudeva. Right leg offer the first finger, you will offer water on the right finger. Move those things so that you can see the Dugla itself. See the Dugla? Right there, offer. Om Surya Chaturga Chatuvatmanam Jaya Gachapratyam Jaya Dharmanaya. Vishu Pratisha Shrirao Arti. Hari Om Sri Veedash Beepath Pradistani Shanidam Sri Devam Mayavede Upadishanayade. Take this. Sri Vishnu Devaya Namo Namah Narayana Bhai Govindaya Namo Namah. Vishnu Devatoy Bindu Mayavde Devo Vishnu Bindu Devo Vishnu Devo Gotrasya Gotrasya Sri Veedash Beepathasthayate Upadishtam Snanam Yadiyate Tavo Upadishtam. Om Bhagavate Maya. Om everyone. Om Namo Hare Vasudevaya. Ek baar aur Sri Govinda Bhagwan ki jai. We will take out the coffin now and we will go straight into this. Yes.
Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Go ahead, fellas. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Hare Rama, Hare Hare श्याम रामचंद्र की जय।